welcome all my lovely viewers. I know all of you are doing good. Now you see, all of us are trying to emerge safe out of this pandemic. We want to restart, we want to bring our lives back to track. But so far our children are concerned, they are stuck at home for the majority period of time because the virus scare is still very much on. And we cannot just let them be. So whatever training or education needs to be imparted to them needs to be done at home and by their family members, especially the parents of these children. So in that context, I have brought this video, and today's subject of this video is pre-writing skill. Now what happens is that whenever a child enters academic age, we think that we can start teaching them reading and writing. But it is not so with the kids on the spectrum. For them what happens is they have a lot of issues, they have a lot of challenges like fine motor issues, eye-hand coordination issues, lack of attention issues, or lack of sitting habit issues. So all this needs to be worked upon, and to make them writing ready, we need to work on pre-writing skill. So after achieving the pre-writing skills, they can enter the writing skill. Otherwise, if you skip pre-writing skill, if you do not work on that properly, there will be always an impaired writing skill with them. Now in this video, I will show you a few activities of pre-writing skill, and also at the same time, since fine motor issues etc. are basically OT issues, and most of the younger children are at home and they are not being able to attend facilities and get the OT guidance, occupational therapy guidance. You can always get it over phone also, but I will show you a few activities which are very helpful, which improves the child's fine motor issues and eye-hand coordination issues to a great extent, and you can do it easily at home. Parents can work on the children, and it is an essential part of pre-writing skill actually. Now to start with pre-writing activities, what I do begin with is we just give them crayon. First step is crayon holding. If the child is not being able to hold the normal size crayon, you can use the big fat crayons which are available in the market. It is not currently with me, so this is a bit fatter than the usually available ones. You can just make them hold those things, and after giving the crayons, you just ask them to if you ask them to write something, they will just simply scribble like this. Just simply allow them to do whatever things they are doing on the notebook at that time. Just let them be free. Just let them do scribbling or whatever things in whatever direction they want. It may be up and down, maybe left to right, whatever direction. Just get them free. Then after 3-4 days, you can ask them to color something. So for coloring, you can, if you first give them just the shapes and ask them to color, they won't be able to color within the boundary. It is not for them. Usually what they do is they just stray out of the boundary. To teach them boundary, you can refer my TLM videos. There are lots of way you can teach them, but the most effective one and very easy one is you can make cutouts of these shapes. This is a circle shape. You can make triangle or any other thing. You can just put it on the notebook and ask them to color. That will help them to learn the sense of boundary. So the coloring thing would be much better, and they will be much more confident along with the coloring process. After coloring is achieved to a little bit of extent, you can try. You should start with pencil. Now again, some children have issues in holding of pencil. You can again refer to my TLM videos. If they have issues, the tripod holding like this, if it is not well developed in the child, they will have issues in holding the pencils. So for that, you need to make or you can make your own gripper, or you can get the market, get it from market. There are grippers available in the market. You can put it in the pencil and make it fat and ask them to write with the grippers. Slowly you have to reduce the use of gripper, because otherwise they will be dependent on grippers. So after giving the child with the pencil, you can just ask them to, if you ask them to write, you will just scribble like this. Let them scribble, no issue. you just let them freely scribble with the pencil. After that, after maybe 1 week, maybe 3-4 days, don't rush with the process. Just let them feel free with crayons and pencil. Then the next first step would be standing line. You will have to give child such dots in the notebook. Just transfer it to the notebook. First dot, the start dot and the end dot, and in between smaller dots which the child will simply join. This is joining of dots from up to down. So these are, you will refer it as standing line. Let's do standing line. After standing line, you will do sleeping lines. Sleeping lines would be exactly, this is vertical and this is horizontal. Exactly the same. The start and end dots will be given in big, and the child will join the smaller dots. Sleeping line. Your instruction will be sleeping lines. After achieving the standing and sleeping line, your next would be slanting line. Now slanting lines are of two types. One is left slanting, one is right slanting, like this. Slanting lines. Slanting lines also same process would be followed. The start and end will be big dots, and in between smaller dots which the child will join. And again here I will mention, if the child needs a bit of prompt, a bit of physical prompt, you will hold the whole child's hand from behind and give them prompt, so that they do not develop impaired kind of writing, improper kind of writing. You have to give prompt from behind. Slowly you can reduce the prompt. Then next step would be curves. Left curves, right curves. So two types of curves. After the child has achieved standing line, sleeping line, two types of slanting lines and two types of curves, then the next step would be lower and upper curves. So after this dot joining process, you can slowly reduce the dots. I think usually the child can understand that the dots has been removed, and he or she by this time, by achieving all these lines, by this time he or she can understand where to take the pencil from where to where. You can just give the start and stop dot and ask the child to join these two dots. Then the child will also gain pencil holding, also gain confidence that I can do it myself. Similarly here also, when you remove the dots in between, here also standing, sleeping, curves, slanting, upper and lower curves, everything, left and right curves, everything, every step needs to be followed. Now I would suggest that if the child is showing good progress, if the child is showing fast progress, do not rush through the process, do not skip any step. I would always suggest that follow all the steps, make it, maybe it will be a faster for if the child is progressing fast, but do not skip. Otherwise I have seen sometimes they develop improper kind of writing, and then a lot of issues come from the lot of issues and complaints come from the school itself. So so that's it about the lines. And then you can do this kind of patterns. This I have seen that children actually enjoy doing this kinds of pattern. They think they are drawing a picture or kinds of design. This also help to make their wrists move in all directions, and that makes their wrist flexible so that they can write everything. These kinds of many patterns, and these are quite a bit difficult pattern. If the child has good eye-hand coordination, he or she will be able to do it easily. And these kinds of things will also help them later on to, this kind of pattern will help them later on to learn the cursive kind of writing. This will help them in writing. So after this we will follow all these things. And now I will say, after this, if the child, you think the child is very slow, child is not being able to gain in taking a lot of time in achieving all these targets, I will show you a bit of fine motor activities also, which you can easily carry out at home with your children. Now after those pre-writing issues, after those pre-writing activities, I will show you a bit of like if you make the children, this is a sand sandpaper, I have seen that sometimes the children take a lot of time doing it over a notebook. So you can just make them do it here, like as all kinds of things with their fingers first, so that they can actually understand the shape, the formation of shape. Like it's an A or B, like this. If you make them do it over sandpaper, they find it very easy later on. And if there are some issues in their fingertips also, that also gets the tactile issues also get settled by them. After that, I also do a few activities like this is also fun activity kind of a thing. This is Suji, which is always with everybody at home. In Suji also you can make them write letters, alphabets, or you can make them write like 1, 2, things like that. They actually they enjoy. I've seen them enjoying these things. At the same time, they are learning fast. They are learning also. Speed also enhances. Now the fine motor issues, which I was telling you, the fine motor activities are these are very fun activities at the same time, very easy, which you can do it at home. Like you can take these small clips which we all use at our homes for putting our clothes. You can just take anything, any whatever hard surface. You can just ask them to take and put. This is just simply a putting activity. They will have to put pressure in this, and that will improve their fine motor also. Just putting, nothing else. You have to just make them put. Simple activity, or also let them bring it out. Any kind of small things, if you make them do putting activity, that is also very helpful, very beneficial. The next activity is pom-pom activity. Again, very popular with OT sessions also. Sometimes they do, and I also prefer making children do all this because they enjoy it, and at the same time their fine motor is hugely improved. They will take, you can, if the child can understand the colors, you can take the name of the colors also, like 1 pink, 1 red, 1 green, 1 yellow, 1 blue, and again put them back to this box. So from one box to another they will do all the activities. So these are small activities. Then again there is this Rajma and Chana activities, like 2 bowls. We all have bowls. Here we have Chana here, we have Rajma here, we have this thing. Take it. We'll just have to ask the child to take 1 Chana at a time and put it somewhere. 1 Chana at a time and put it. And same thing, 1 Rajma. For them this is a difficult thing. You have to, a lot of concentration is required, so their concentration level is also improved. You have to really see it and find it and hold it and then put it in the box. So this is an extremely useful, beneficial activity which you can easily carry out at home, and I make my children do at my classes also. They find it extremely, they are very happy doing it actually, and in turn they improve their fine motor also, and a lot of eye-hand coordination and concentration level, like I said, improves a lot. So these are small fine motor activities which you can, which you should do along with the pre-writing skill activities, which actually they are complementary to each other. They actually increases the multiple abilities in the children on the spectrum. So you, and please carry it out at home. If you find any difficulty, you can always contact me, and thank you again. I'll wait for your feedbacks and suggestions. Like this was a suggestive topic I have made a video on. After this, I think after this pre-writing is achieved by the child, the next would be writing level. If all these steps are easily, or whatever time the child takes is achieved, after that your writing starts. Sometimes we class में मैम इसके बाद क्या है, तो for that I think the simple alphabet, English alphabet, Hindi alphabet, the number writing. So after this comes the tracing of alphabets and numbers, etc. The proper writing kind of writing skill starts along with this. So do not ignore and don't pressurize the child to write. You have to work on their writing skill to make their writing skill proper and well developed, so that no complaints is there when the child starts with the school. It is very important. Keep me informed about whatever problems you are facing in trying out all these activities at home. And you can always connect me on my Facebook page, Papabu Special Educators. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.